Hi, everybody. I'm Janet Burnett. I'm a teaching and learning coordinator here with Cami and Book Creator. And I know as a former educator myself, we are always looking for ways that we can differentiate lessons without spending hours of prep time. So I wanted to introduce maybe a little twist on Book Creator. We know that it can be that students can take that blank page and they can create things to show what they know. But there is also a way that we can use Book Creator and a few other tools beyond our classic Book Creator tools that we all know about in that famous plus button as teachers to design an interactive, engaging lesson just with a couple of pages and basically make it into a learning center where you are designing it and then assigning it, but then all of your students are going to have those multimodal tools with that built-in accessibility and differentiation to show what they know in more of a structured way that offers a little bit of scaffolding for them, but make sure that you as the teacher gets the feedback that you're looking for and that you need from them. So basically, today I'm going to introduce the idea of setting up a lesson using the resources that you probably have used in your classroom for years by embedding that content. And then pairing that with one of our Book Creator page templates, maybe, or maybe something that you design from scratch. And then being able to assign that with a click of a button and be able to give them that support through the comment feature, but also be able to monitor their progress through our new class view. So let's hook them. Let's give them a way to learn in an engaging way, and then give them the opportunity to reflect or to show what they know. So basically creating a learning center. Now this works for any age group, any content area, because you are going to be the one that is bringing the resources into Book Creator by going beyond these basic tools here, just over to this media section where you're going to find the teacher features that I think are the most valuable and some of my favorites. So one of those is the embed feature, where you're going to be able to copy and paste a link to an article or a YouTube video, whatever you want to use for your students as that content piece. Another feature that you're going to find in that media section is the ability to pull in files. So if you have that PDF that's coming from your curriculum that you use in your school system, you can also pull that in and make that part of this learning station. So you're going to pull in your content, right? But to begin with, you're going to go into your library, you're going to choose new book. And I do recommend that you use these books on the bottom just because they do offer just a few extra features like our panels here, down here that give you a little bit of creative design on your part as you're building in that structure for your students. So after you've got your blank book, you are going to add your content. Now, there's many ways that you can do this, and I'm going to show you a few examples once we kind of walk through this. So what you would do is go to the plus sign. Even this is the cover of one of my stations. And I just went to embed. And what you'll see here is there's two things on this cover. There is a little image, and in that image, I've put a little surprise for my students. So when they click on that image, it actually takes them to a street view in Google Maps, which is going to give them that 360 virtual field trip experience. And then also, I have embedded a video here that they will watch next. Now, I can do this however it feels best for me as a teacher. If I want to go ahead and have my whole group discussion with them first and then let them watch the video afterward to take their learning deeper, certainly it can be used in that way. But I could also have them watch the video to preview and get that background knowledge before we actually have that whole group discussion. So it's totally up to you. And then once they've got the content piece, you're going to go to the plus button and you're going to go to that media section. But this time you're going to go to the template section. And here, Book Creator has over 1,000 different pre-made page templates. Some of them look like your traditional graphic organizers that's going to give them a little bit of scaffolding and help them make sure that they're giving you what you're looking for as the teacher. But it also keeps them from being overwhelmed by a blank page. Sometimes that can be really confusing or distracting for students. The beautiful part is once you choose the page template that you want to pair with your content, all you do is just click Add to Book. It pops it in right there on the page. And then your students are going to be able to come in and use our classic Book Creator tools. So if they want to draw a picture, if they want to add that camera and just do a quick little video response, they can do that. They can record their voice, or even within our text box, they're going to have that ability to use that recording feature, and it is going to help them with that text to speech, speech to text, both hearing it and it recording for them. So that is how easy it is. You're going to add the content. You're going to design. The next part is to give them a place to practice or reflect. So it could be something such as this. This is one of our templates. I kind of offered an extra little bit of scaffolding by going ahead and putting in some of the maybe typing in a few of the answers to give them a little bit more structure. And I even added images over in these side spaces so it becomes a click and drag activity. Here is a secondary example of where they may need a little bit of structure, so they can click and drag here as well. So it's one of those things that you can design for the needs of your students and the tasks that you have for that day. And then once you've designed it, you're going to assign that template to your students just by clicking here with the share button, go to assign and click that one button, and then Book Creator does the rest for you. It's going to make a copy for them, and then it's going to empower every student so that their voice is heard, and you're going to get a little pulse check on everybody in the room. The students take it from there. So we have just a minute left. I want to show you an example of what I'm talking about. So here's a quick example that I just showed you. And so if you click on this little emblem here, it is actually going to take you over to that 360 view. And this is wonderful for building background knowledge for your students. You can have a whole discussion just in that alone. Then it's got the video, but on the next page, it's just our simple 3, 2, 1. But I've even added in some of our noun project icons to let them know that they have a choice in how they respond. All I have to do is click here, click assign, and then it goes and it makes a copy for my students. So then I'm able to click here at the top. I can switch over to that, just look at that assignment, and I'm able to go in and see the responses of my students for that particular day. Now, here is a different example, just one more before we go. Here is that 3, 2, 1, but this one is strictly a one-pager. I have also put in that link to where they can go and explore, but this time, instead of watching a video, I have actually used another source to create a podcast. So my students can listen to the podcast, learn about the Statue of Liberty, and then give their reflections right here on this one page. So super easy, super engaging for your students. There are other examples in here for fluency reads. Maybe you're changing that content each week, and then they go in, they're able to click the plus sign and then record themselves reading. super easy, super fast. It's wonderful for progress monitoring and just to offer those simple stations. And the best part is it works with any content area and any age group. So I'm excited to see how you use this in your classroom. And I hope that I've offered a little spark for you to, so that you can kick off your new school year in a new and exciting way.